For our Sunday talk, we are discussing the Christ within. And we must begin with a discussion of Jesus Christ. This is a topic that some folks are dogmatic about. They often base their beliefs on a childhood interpretation of the Bible. And other folks have just as dogmatically rejected the teachings of their childhoods. If you're a little bit nervous about discussing Jesus Christ, you can breathe easily. Unity is not dogmatic about its teachings. In this, as in all other things, unity encourages you to go to God first and follow your divine guidance and understanding. In the broadest of definitions, the Christ is the eternal aspect of God through which the world was brought into being. And this is expressed in John chapter 1. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. He was in the beginning with God. All things came into being through him, and without him, not one thing came into being. So the Christ was the creator of everything on earth, including us. Now we get into the big discussion here. Those of you who were raised in churches that recited the Nicene Creed, you will know that they would say that Jesus was fully human and fully divine, which is like one of the great mysteries of Christianity. How can you be 100% two different things? How can you be fully human and fully divine? And this has led to different theories about Jesus and the Christ. Some say that Jesus was a human man who fully actualized his Christ nature. And some say that the Christ incarnated as Jesus and retained awareness of his Christhood. And some say that the Christ incarnated as Jesus, and like a human does, we get very forgetful when we're born about whatever happened before, realized later that he was the Christ. And some say that he was an incarnated human, totally human, who fully realized his inner divinity and became Jesus Christ, which is also possible for each human being. All of these are variations about recognizing the Christ within or achieving Christ consciousness. And I don't think it matters which one of them, if any of them, is true. I think that the theologians who argue about these things are bound up in the human need to categorize things and label things and separate things. And they're very limited in the information they can draw upon from the different planes. But this is the history of the relationship between Jesus and the Christ, and the term Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ remains with us. His mission was to model Ascension Consciousness, which is another name for Christhood or Christ consciousness or the Christ within. When he ascended, he became invisible to our 3D vision, that he remains in a higher vibratory realm that interpenetrates our physical world. He remains the aspect of the Christ intimately available to us for every prayer and every question. This is an amazing time in history. This is the post-2012 period when we realized that the world didn't end and we were going on into a new state of being. When you hear folks referring to our transition to a higher dimension or ascending, it's the same thing. The reason that there are so many terms for this is that the awareness of this tremendous time, this evolution in consciousness, which has been prophesied throughout the centuries from many different religions, this awareness pervades so many different spiritual teachings. And so they each have a different vocabulary, and they each have maybe a slightly different version of it because it's kind of vague to our human minds right now, but it pervades all spiritual teachings. The time is now. Whether you call yourself a Christian or not, whether you turn to spirit guides or not, whether you commune with the White Brotherhood or not, don't miss out on Jesus. Theologically, unity considers Jesus as our way shower or our elder brother. One of the ways unity has been described over the years is as primitive Christianity. And the word primitive means the first or early Christianity. It doesn't mean rude and crude. We worship in the manner that Jesus taught us to worship, and he worshiped God. So we don't worship Jesus. We consider him our way shower. And he was definitely showing us the way into Ascension Consciousness. Calling Jesus our way shower or our elder brother does not lower his status from divine beloved Son of God. Instead, it illustrates that humans are divine beloved children of that same God. He came to remind us that we are already divine. One of my fears for the New Agers is that in their rejection of the Christianity of their childhoods, they will throw the baby out with the bathwater. So I urge you to approach the study of Jesus and of the Christ with new eyes. And I encourage you to develop with an open mind a relationship with Jesus through prayer and meditation. And I promise you that when you open your heart to the living Spirit of the Christ, the world will begin to make more sense. You will gain spiritual understanding beyond your wildest dreams, and you will experience a homecoming that will soothe your troubled soul. And I wanted to close today by reading part of the This is Intimations of Immortality by William Wordsworth. Our birth is but a sleep and a forgetting. The soul that rises with us, our life's star, hath had elsewhere its setting, and cometh from afar. Not in entire forgetfulness, but trailing clouds of glory do we come from God, who is our home. And thus ends the lesson. God bless you.